This is yet another discovery from T on the different forms of channeling she receives, more or less on a daily basis. It is interesting, because it unfolds the reality of what one will have to encounter. Maybe not in our lifetime, but certainly within Earth's dimension. It unfolds how the making of other species use our DNA to make Greyconians, or, as the channel calls them, Castine beings. These beings are created from our science, in what is called the science lab of man, Giza intelligence. The Greyconians are genetic engineers. Their interest is life, different forms of life. They gain wealth through their genetics. Their experiment is not only within Earth, but also outside it, Mars to be exact. The reason behind their work is to combine our DNA within their genetics, to create a new form of life, to extend their generation within the purest form. Then use the human form as their slaves, another form of mind control. The Castines being feeds from us, through our negative outburst, our wars, our sorrows. They get the true form of adrenaline from our anger, our fears, and our negativity, even our tears. Neither church nor prayer to a Messiah can help you from this. Only the higher consciousness of self can release you from this extraterrestrial's invasion. You are allowing self to seduce you into feeling that belief systems are true through your own conscious thoughts, under mind control. Our race is under the belief of spiritual dynamics, under the regime system of various organizations. The only savior against this invasion is self. Self is your savior, and only self can save self. The belief system have controlled the mind of self, and you must come out of this regime and come together in consciousness, and unite as one. Greyconians cannot survive on love and higher consciousness. They cannot connect to our brain waves when we are in this unity. We have to open up to the realization that the controller of self is self, unless you allow others to take control of you. Self. The channel says, the Castine beings were responsible for the hologram of the Virgin Mary in Fatima, Portugal. Their technology has worked, and that was a demonstration in Portugal, for us to see how they have control. It will work again, with Christ, for people are so busy going off to see the image of make-believe, that they are forgetting self. Reclaim back the mind of your children, do not allow them to be continually manipulated by the likes of mind control. Break the cycle, give them back their life, protect them from the tribulations of this deadly atrocity, for that much you do owe them. How can you believe in a system that deliberately inflicts pain and suffering to you and your offsprings? Humans can understand this system of control because they understand not themselves. Self is a pathway of knowing, and when you know, there can be no system of belief, because you will already know the true reality and you will be outside the web of enormity. When you overstand one's consciousness of one's own being, then and only then you are on the road of self. Free yourself from the manipulation of stupidity. The New World Order is in trouble, the channel says, for the Castine beings are advanced to us technologically. Wake up to self, and the reality of self. The channel also mentions, beware of the black government. Black government has nothing to do with a race of people, or color of a race, of people or a person, but clearly states and means the secret government, within government, that are aware of the happening, and refuse to enlighten us, in order to prepare us for the reality of truth. They also are in fear of the Castines in terms of their ability and knowledge. The Greyconians taps into our frequency, using radio waves, which can be in the form of microwaves, radio, television, but importantly brain waves. Yes, they can tap into our brain signals, with ease. One needs not wait for the secret government to ascertain information that you can comprehend using self. Align yourself to travel in a meditative state, and gather all information from there. Accomplish the reality of what self awaits and wants, through cosmic energy. Through this reality, you can become advanced to the negative happening that surrounds you, and seduce yourself into pure untapped consciousness that self generates. Allow the third eye to open up, to a new world and distinguish the truth beyond Earth dimension, and feel the direct connection and the truth, outside the senses of self. Within the channel, the Castine beings, originated from Hadard, though the planet Zeta Reticuli, untarnished, until they were captured under the Greyconians, umpteen years later, through the secret code, BO 1457, where the secret government crossed their DNA with humans, and the new breed was called Greyconians. The name they call themselves is Castine beings, meaning cast into. The channel says that they are reconstructing their race, but not without the DNA of humans, because of the interference from the secret government at the time of their untapped genes. Castine beings have more control than we think, and the secret government are aware, and refuse to tell us. Think not about the government, or wait for the message, or messages. Think not, for you know not. Why do you have to think? Self needs to know. Get into action of preparing self, and teach others about this preparation, and do not get caught in the trap of the secret government. Castine beings, or the Greyconians, get trapped in self and know. For time waits not for you. Until another time on another topic, T says bye, and remember to watch the other videos titles below, or link to the address below and watch all T selections.